Welcome to the Brant and Sherri Oddcast, sponsored by America's Christian Credit Union. To order Brant's latest book, Life is Hard, God is Good, Let's Dance, or to find out more about the show, go to BrantHansen.com.
This was so great. Today, I got a text before the show from Sherri's mom.
Oh, come on.
Saying, please excuse Sherri for being late. Because she's running late because I lost my wallet or keys or something.
Her phone.
Yes. But it was so funny to me. Like, please.
She said, I saw her over in the passenger seat typing. I was, in full disclosure, I was a little irritated that I had to go back.
She felt bad.
And she felt bad. But I didn't know she was giving a prepare permission slip.
I'm like, thank you, Miss Bev. We'll make a note of it in our files. Her name is Rethella, and she listens to the show, and she emailed me, and she said, do you think God protected you when you were young in certain ways? Because she said, she had a rough go.
Yeah.
She said, but I think God protected me in many ways. And I had to start thinking about it. I was like, yeah, actually.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can think about the traumatic stuff you go through, too, and that's very real, but He did protect me, and He has continued to. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing to remember. I appreciated her asking that question. It's like kind of going back, going, you know what? He totally did. Yeah, that's right. Here I am.
What? What is?
Look what I'm wearing.
The polo? No, that's not a polo. It's just a shirt. You're wearing a shirt.
What color is it?
White.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, what are we doing? What does this mean?
It's after Labor Day.
Oh, yeah. Bucking the system and the trend. I don't even think that's a trend anymore.
Come here. And
I
thought it was like a rule.
I think that was a long time ago.
Really?
I don't think anyone talks about that anymore.
Never mind. One of the most amazing things about God's love, I have learned this, and I know it, but I still forget. I have to relearn it, internalize it, is that God's love doesn't change for me. His interest in me, whether He cares about what's going on in my life, doesn't change based on how spiritual I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But I think we all, and I'm projecting, I'm the weird one, but we all seem to think
that our feelings are dictating how He loves us.
Yeah, so His interest waxes and wanes based on how hot or cold I'm running spiritually. No, that's my interest.
Yeah.
That's not His.
Yeah.
That's not His. He's extremely
faithful.
Faithful. There. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Let me just have you do the show because I just leave open these big blanks. So that's the word. We humans can be so interesting. The moral outrage here is so instructive to me. Maybe you saw this at the U.S. Open. A guy is on video taking a hat that a player had signed. He's an adult. The player signs it and is handing it to a kid, and he grabs it.
I did see that.
And walked off with it.
Uh-huh.
People are so upset, so outraged. And he has apologized profusely.
Oh, okay.
He said that he had asked for a signed hat for his kids.
Yeah.
And he thought that was what it was.
Uh-huh.
But he's so sorry, and he's going to do better.
Better?
Well,
okay. Yeah.
But to me, the interesting thing is how we treat kids in our culture.
Yeah.
In some horrible ways. Mm-hmm. But we like to pile on. I'm not saying what he did is right.
Right.
But my goodness, the moral outrage for a signed hat at a tennis tournament versus other things that happen to kids that our culture sanctions. There goes on, I think there's something where we, and this is me too, but we like to channel our moral outrage outwardly when we have shame issues ourselves that we're dealing with. I just think a lot of that happens. One of the most remarkable things about God, the God of the Bible, that continues to blow me away every time I stop and think about it, is how accepting He is. Anyone who calls out to Him, He answers affirmatively. Anyone who genuinely wants Him.
That's true.
Anybody who genuinely wants Him, and anyone who asks for healing, like when they ask Jesus for healing, He heals. He also allows us to reject Him. But He's so accepting, genuinely calling out to Him, you're not going to get rejected. What characteristics do we really want out of like a husband or wife?
Okay.
According to this survey, sense of humor is number one.
Okay.
I get that. Having been married for a long time.
Being able to laugh together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very
it's
important.
still a goal of mine to be funny.
Yeah.
And then she's funny.
Uh-huh.
And that just helps everything.
Yeah.
I looked at this list, though, and not on the list. Well, let's see. They have educational level. Financial state was a small thing.
Yeah.
Nothing about, like, knowledge of geography or trivia.
Yeah. You look a little upset about
Well,
that.
I think she likes that, too. She's never said it, but I think...
Well, she's laughing.
She doesn't... Right.
Right. So let's just go ahead.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
That.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point. Thank you. Hey, just a quick reminder, if you're interested in helping us, this would actually help us. Sherri and I both bank with America's Christian Credit Union, and it's a really sweet thing. What they do is fund a lot of adoptions and ministries and missions. Very happy with it. And if you want to support the show, they're a sponsor, so if they see traffic coming from our show, they'll be like, hey, let's keep sponsoring that.
And that's always nice.
And if not, they should be like, forget it.
Right.
So if you go to branthansen.com, you can find out more. Scroll down there. Again, we can tell you we really love it. America's Christian Credit Union, and you'll find it if you scroll down at branthansen.com. Several days ago, I got an invite to be on someone's show. Now, because I write books and stuff,
People invite you to come on podcasts and stuff. Yes.
done dozens and dozens and dozens of
Sure.
podcasts,
Yep.
and some TV.
Uh-huh.
And I got an invitation to be on the Chelsea Handler podcast, and it's called Dear Chelsea. And when I first got it, it said invitation to be on Dear Chelsea.
Yes.
I'm a soccer fan, so I literally thought...
I didn't even think about that.
Right, no, really. And I thought, okay, we got a listener who's also a soccer fan who started a podcast.
Sure, yeah.
And they're reaching out to me to say, hey, would you be in my little podcast?
Intersection of soccer and God or something, yeah.
Well, yeah, or just let's talk Chelsea.
Sure,
and, you know,
sure.
I've heard you like him,
Didn't
you like
even think
them.
about that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Okay.
literally thought that's what it was, but it was for Chelsea Handler. And I was like, who? I've heard her name before. I don't know. I texted Sherri. I texted my neighbor. And my neighbor, who's not a believer, he's like, oh, mate, you're not going to like it.
Yeah, yeah.
She is really foul. I was like, well, I don't mind language. I can handle it. And I thought this is probably a hoax, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
And it was better done than most hoaxes.
Yes. Okay.
There were a couple red flags, which you caught on to one. It was a Gmail account,
Yes.
but it was like Dear Chelsea at Gmail or Chelsea Booking.
Yes. Yes.
And I do know some independent people handle booking.
yes. Independent PR people.
Yes, and I checked there's a phone number, and it's a Toronto number. And I thought, well,
Okay.
that doesn't make sense, unless it's an independent PR person.
Right.
Okay, all that's fine. So I'm like, I'm going to walk down this path and see where this goes.
Yeah.
And I bounced it off another friend, and he's like, well, maybe they want to argue with you or make fun of you. And I started to listen to the podcast, and honestly, it's not a slam on her,
Yeah.
but just my taste. And I listened to about 15 minutes. Like, I just don't, it wasn't the language is terrible, but it's like, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It was a
Yeah.
bunch of celebrity talk.
Yeah, that's why, not that you, Brant Hansen, are not a celebrity.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
However, you didn't fit what it is.
But I saw something. Okay, two things. It's an advice podcast.
Yes, I saw that call-ins.
Okay, so Chelsea Handler, in case you don't know, I did the research on this. She used to host her own show called Chelsea Lately.
That's right.
And she even co-hosted on The View for a while or a few times or something.
I don't remember that, but
She's
yeah.
done all these late night shows. She's
Yes.
done...
She's a stand-up. So
Stand-up.
Ultimately, what she was is a stand-up comedian, and then she branched out to all those things.
Yeah, so all that stuff. She's got 7 million followers on Twitter. And she's very activist about her politics.
Yes,
and,
yes.
It's not stuff that I'm like, yeah, you go. Okay,
Yeah,
so I looked up her Wikipedia page. This is after like the second time. So I wrote back, I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, we'll see where this goes. And the next one was, okay, well, here are the dates available. And they gave me a couple time slots. And I said, I could do this time slot. And they got back to me and said, actually, she's not available then. Could you do it 2 hours later?
Right.
Okay. So I'm thinking, this is strange. If it's a hoax, this is really strange.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Very well done.
Yes, it was.
So now,
Hoaxing is getting even better.
yeah, I'm like, okay, if this is a hoax. So I talked to my wife about it, of course. one thing on her Wikipedia page it said about her show, she said, I realized, and this is what made me think, it boosted the likelihood that this is real by about 10%.
Okay.
She said, I realized that the worse the guests are, the better the show is. Oh. And so I thought, somehow, whatever I've done came across her desk or somebody's desk. Like, you should, he wrote unoffendable.
Okay.
You're offensive.
Yeah.
You should have him on and see if he can take whatever you can dish out or something, which actually would be a pretty good idea for show.
Right.
But I don't know. And so I'm waiting for them to get back to me. They say, okay, we're going to hit you back with details. Like, we're going to have to do a pre-show.
Pre-screen.
Which is what you would do. Because you're going to be remote. You need the lighting set. You need cameras. You need to make sure it sounds good. You need to do all that ahead of time.
Absolutely.
So you don't waste her time.
Right.
On my end. So the producer said, we'll set up a time for that. When are you free? Which is normal.
Yes, it is.
And so I said, I'm free at these times. And then he said, I'm going to send you what we're thinking about the topic material will be.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew, okay, this is a hoax. Because it was written by AI. And it was like, you've written about faith and hope. And blah, blah, blah. Like it
was very bland.
Bullet points.
Yeah.
And tell us about your future, your passion.
And the fact that none of that was in the beginning.
None. And none of it was like, obviously, we don't agree with where you're coming from.
Exactly.
But we thought it would be fun to have you on, and you guys could go back and forth. And so that's when I sent it to you. So I'm pretty sure it's a hoax, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, but Sherri looked it up on AI, and there is a hoax.
There is a hoax. There's a Chelsea handler hoax.
It's very well done. Right. I mean, they got the
and well known enough that it comes up.
Yeah, normally the graphics give it away too. It's just like, but all of their links worked and everything.
Yeah, no, it was well done. Yeah. And I even said to you,
tip of the hat.
I believe
the hoaxers
that this is a hoax. I said, but I'm also deeply intrigued on what's going to happen whenever you like who's coming up on the screen.
Why are we doing this
when it's time?
So I'm gonna keep my. If they respond, like I'm gonna keep my appointment with them.
Okay.
I thought about, I don't know who to talk to, but somebody like at the FTC.
Yeah.
Or I don't know who else would be involved.
I don't know who deals with these types of things.
Yeah, with consumer hoaxes.
You just have to be careful because what I saw said that the ultimate goal is to get access to hack you.
Right.
And so
I think the next move then is we have this pre-meeting. They're like, okay, in order to do a Facebook Live, we're going to need your login information.
Okay.
So that we can simultaneously do it with you.
So you're going to keep the screen meeting?
I'd like to, but what I'd like to do is not just me, but someone from the FTC.
Oh, that...
to pop up on the screen.
Right.
Or whoever.
You're on some Matlock Murder, She Wrote stuff. This is some Fred and Velma and Daphne stuff.
I would like that.
Meddling kids. It's Brant Hansen.
Yeah. So that's probably not going to happen, but...
I was so worried it was true, and I was worried you were going to do it.
Well, my wife was worried, too. And she said, I know you like a challenge.
I would have supported you.
But they're going to make fun of you. And
yes.
It
would have been, to me personally, I'll tell you, because I was back home with friends and everything when I got your email. And I mentioned it to my friend Sarah, and she said to me, oh, my goodness, you're going to fight. To me. Because... you're so earnest and so genuinely, when I say sweet, I mean, you go into it like, yeah, okay, let's debate. You know, it reminds me of, who was the astrophysicist we had on the air?
Hugh Ross.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they described him, it reminded me so much of you, is that I'm going into a debate, good faith. I have my points, you have your points, will good faith go back and forth? And I know that's not the other side. Again, this is not to impugn, but this is the shtick, so to speak, is to be as offensive, to be as kind of raunchy, turn everything that way, because it's the shtick, right? Yeah. But that's not your thing.
But if I know that ahead of time, and this was the discussion that was going to happen with my wife too.
Yeah.
They said, well, we'll talk about it. If it's not a hoax, we'll figure it out. We'll go from there.
Yeah, no, I was like, if she bullies him, and that's not to. Okay, I'm not diminishing you. I'm just saying, it's mean. It can be mean spirited, and you're not a mean spirited person.
But if I anticipate it, and if I'm dialed in, where. Like, I would like to have a believer in that space.
I would too.
Who genuinely, they cannot deny that this person is for me.
Yeah.
Like maybe, and what if somebody's earnest? And then what does that say? If what I say is, let's say that I get in the right place spiritually ahead of time, like if literally like just, God help me to be as loving as I possibly can and have the right words to say. Because we're told, like scripturally, well, he'll show up like that, right?
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
And I don't think I'd be the last person I would get for something like that.
Yeah.
But if somebody's listening or watching that, I don't know, even if that person's mocked and derided, that you don't walk off with a W.
Yeah.
If people don't watch that and go, huh, there's something more, and the thing maybe he said about that actually, yeah, you're right.
I know you truly believe that, which makes you even more the guy I know you to be, and the reason why.
But I've had those discussions with people.
I know you have, but when the raunchiness, so to speak, I don't even want to use raunchy. When whatever that is performative in nature, then
I don't want to do the performance.
Yeah, there is actually no. You're going in genuine, thinking that it's going to be genuine back to you, and I just don't believe it is, only because the shtick seems not to be that. And here's the thing, like I told you when we talked on the phone about it, is that her comedy, as a person who likes comedy, is, I get it. It's formulaically right. Like when she does stand up and all that, it's crisp. But in that arena, I'm just glad it's a hoax. I'm glad, because I was gonna struggle with that. Support you 100%, but I was gonna struggle with what they would have done with that. And then we also have to know we live in a world now where the context doesn't matter. We don't want context ever. So then now it's a 30-second, 45-second clip of something. Yeah. And that's what people say.
Well, that's what I was telling Carolyn. I would record it on my end too.
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
That's tough.
Well, I'm a little relieved. I'm mostly not surprised.
Yeah.
Because I thought the odds are this is a hoax. But I've been in a couple difficult situations like that, and it's worked out. So, where people they got their, because usually what happens to people they think they have their guns loaded.
Yeah.
And they're not really loaded.
Yeah.
And then they find out really quick that they haven't thought about this very much.
Well, and your genuineness can be disarming. So you're literally not going into it.
Yeah, if I'm like, I can see you're making fun of me.
Yeah,
I get it. But this is what you said you want to talk about.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I'm just afraid that they would like bypass that and still want to. I just felt inside, everything inside felt like, again, this is not to diminish you, please.
No, you're protected big sister.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I felt inside. Yeah. I felt that feeling on JFK Playground when the guy's yelling at my brother. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'll take it from here. And I'm smaller, but let's fight.
See, there's a show. It's called Gladiator. And
okay.
All of us guys see ourselves as Maximus going into the arena.
This is my concern here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Maximus.
So, okay. Well, in point of fact, he's dead in the end of the show. But
there you go.
The music's incredible.
The Brant and Sherri Oddcast, sponsored by America's Christian Credit Union. To find out more about the show, go to BrantHansen.com.